Hello students, we already seen about the geometrical isomerism. Geometrical isomerisms are nothing but the one type of stereoisomerism. These geometrical isomerisms are also known as configurational isomerism. Geometrical isomers which are having same molecular formula but different physical and chemical properties. Hi, I am Amit Lunkad. In this video, we discuss about the different methods used to determine the configuration of geometric isomers. Let's begin with the methods of determination of configuration of geometric isomers. Geometrical isomers have different physical properties such as melting point, boiling points, solubilities, dipole moments, etc. They have similar but not essentially identical chemical properties, and these properties are used in determining the configuration of these isomers. The following methods are used to determine whether a given compound is a cis or trans isomers. These methods are by studying their physical properties and by studying their chemical properties. Under studying their physical properties like melting points, solubility, dipole moments, boiling points, studying their X-ray diffraction pattern, whereas by studying their chemical properties by cyclization method, by converting into compounds of known configuration, from the formation of the type of optical isomers and methods of formation from cyclic compounds. Let's begin with one by one. First one is by studying their physical properties. It has been found that generally a cis isomer has low melting point, high boiling point, higher density, greater solubility in organic solvents, higher heat of combustion and hydrogenation, higher refractive index, higher viscosity and higher dissociation constant than a trans isomer. Some of these important properties and their applications in ascertaining the configurations are given below. So first one is melting points. In general, the trans isomers has a higher melting point than the corresponding cis isomer. This is due to the fact that cis isomer is unsymmetrical and does not show close packing in the crystal lattice. On the other hand, trans isomer is more symmetrical as the two similar atoms or groups lie on the other side of the double bond, and therefore these molecules pack well in the crystal lattice. As a result, the intermolecular forces of attraction of trans isomer are much stronger than those holding the cis isomer. Hence, the melting point of trans isomer is higher than that of the corresponding cis isomer. For example, malic acid, which is a cis isomer, having a melting point of 130 degrees centigrade, while fumaric acid, which is a trans isomer, which melts at 302 degrees centigrade. So here we conclude, yes, the trans isomer has a higher melting point. Moving to the second physical property, which is solubility. Molecules of cis isomer are less closely packed and thus have weak intermolecular forces of attraction in the crystal lattice than the corresponding trans isomer. Therefore, cis isomer would have higher solubilities than those of the corresponding trans isomers. Here is the one example. From that it is clear that the malic acid, which having 79 gram per 100 ml solubility, while fumaric acid having 0.7 gram per 100 ml. So we say that the solubility of malic acid is higher. That is, cis isomer having higher solubility than trans isomer. Dipole moments, next physical property. It has been found that generally cis isomers have higher dipole moment as compared to trans isomers, which having 0 or nearly 0 dipole moment. And this is due to the orientation of the two dipoles of cis isomers at some angle and hereby having a definite dipole moment. On the other hand, the dipoles of trans isomers are in the opposite directions and thus cancels out. As a result, cis isomer will have some finite value of dipole moments, but trans isomer will have 0 dipole moments. For example, from acetylene dibromide, cis isomer having dipole moment 1.35 while trans isomer have 0 dipole. Here is the example of acetylene dibromide, the cis isomer which are having a dipole moment but the trans isomer having a 0 dipole moment. Moving to the next physical property, boiling point. In general, the boiling point of a cis isomer is higher than that of the corresponding trans isomer. It is due to the more polar nature of cis isomer than the corresponding trans isomer. For example, cis dichloroethane boils at 60 degrees centigrade whereas trans isomer boils at only 48 degrees centigrade. Here is the structure of this dichloroethane, cis isomer and trans isomer. And last physical property is studying their X-ray diffraction pattern. This method depends upon the fact that the diffraction of X-rays by a crystalline substance produces a pattern on a photographic plate and which can be used to calculate the relative positions of atoms in a molecule. So all these are the physical properties which we use for determination of configuration of geometric isomers. Moving with the second way, by studying their chemical properties. Chemical properties of the cis and trans isomers are related to the relative positions of the two groups, each of the two doubly bonded atoms, and these provide more dependable methods than those provided by physical properties. Let's begin one by one. First one is by cyclization method. Cyclization occurs easily if the reacting groups are close together. Since in cis isomers the reacting groups are quite nearer to each other and they result in formation of cyclic compound. But in trans isomer the two reacting groups are far apart and therefore are unable to react mutually to form a cyclic derivatives. This fact is used to assign configuration to cis trans isomers. For example, when malic acid is heated, it forms malic anhydride. Anhydride formation does not take place with fumaric acid as it is a trans isomer. Here is a reaction while heating malic acid, that is cis isomer, it forms a malic anhydride. But if there is a heating of fumaric acid which is trans isomer, there is no any formation of anhydride. So from this also we conclude if there are cyclization occurs means it is a cis isomer. Second method is by converting into compounds of known configuration. In some cases, a geometrical isomers can be changed into a compound of known configuration. It is presumed that during such a change, there is no isomerization, which is very important one. For example, trichlorocrotonic acid can be converted into fumaric acid on hydrolysis. Hence, the trichlorocrotonic acid must be trans isomer. It further gives crotonic acid on reduction. The other isomer of trichlorocrotonic acid does not give fumaric acid, and on reduction gives isocrotonic acid, and hence we say that it is a cis isomer. Here is the reaction. From that we conclude how we can identify this configuration. Like here, the trichlorocrotonic acid, which is a trans isomer, on hydrolysis it will form a fumaric acid, which is a trans isomer, and on reduction it gives crotonic acid, which is also a trans isomer. But in case of cis isomer, on hydrolysis it doesn't form fumaric acid, and on reduction it will form say isocrotonic acid, which is a cis form. From the next one is from the formation of the type of optical isomer. Both the forms of ethylene dicarboxylic acid, malic acid and fumaric acid on hydroxylation give an optically inactive form of tartaric acid. One obtained from malic acid is mesotartaric acid, and while the other obtained from fumaric acid is racemic tartaric acid. And due to this, mesotartaric acid means mesoform as well as racemic form, both are inactive forms. Now here is the reaction, means malic acid will convert into mesotartaric acid, and fumaric acid forms a dextro and levo mixture of this dextro and levo, means which is a racemic mixture, and these both forms are inactive. Now last one is the method of formation from cyclic compounds. The isomer obtained by the rupture of a ring must be a cis isomer. Suppose we oxidize benzene or quinone to an unsaturated dicarboxylic acid which having a melting point of 130 degrees centigrade and which is identical with that of malic acid. Malic acid also having a melting point of 130 degree centigrade. From the structure of benzene or quinone, it becomes clear that the two carboxylic groups must be on the same side, and therefore malic acid, the isomer which are having melting point of 130 degree centigrade must be cis isomer, and the other fumaric acid must be of trans isomer. So here benzene or quinone on oxidation gives a compound which having a melting point of 130 degree centigrade and which is a malic acid. So we can say that from that we conclude the formed compound is a cis isomer. That's it. Here we discuss in detail about the different methods how we use to determine the configuration of geometric isomers. Hope all of you getting this. Thank you and happy learning.